sat overnight now. Let's have a look to see how it's been sat there all night. Oh, look at that, we've got a few bubbles come up. It does expand up to, what does it expand up to? I can't remember. It expands quite a lot, I think. It's supposed to anyway. I've got the old fire on again. I'm running out of gas actually. I'm running out of bloody gas, look. But I don't want to be doing, never mind. Anyway, let's have a look. That should be pretty, I'd say that's pretty sturdy, man. I probably could snap it off if I wanted to, but I reckon that'll be sturdy enough to hold the laptop up there. That's alright then. I might modify this actually. I was thinking last night, what I might do a video on it, like a whole video on how to do it. I've got to look at how to do it myself first. But because the fans are weak, all the fans are weak on any laptop cooler. So I was thinking, I've got a few of them big computer fans, and I used to use them on the burners, on the radios, to cool the burners down, and they've got some serious airflow, man. They run on 12 volts, so I wouldn't be able to power it from a USB. So I'll have to bring a PSU indoors and just have that under the desk. It's not a problem at all, just flick the PSU on and away we go. So that's absolutely fine. So I was thinking about taking out all the fans from here and putting 2 or 3 of them big computer fans. They're about that wide. I reckon I'm about to fit 2 on. Yeah, probably about 2 about to fit in there. Take this mesh off and might be able to fit 2 of them in there. And that would be absolutely brilliant. So I think I'm going to do a video on that probably. Probably it'll be well after Christmas now, and it's in my week off before the new year. And we'll do a bit of modifications. I've got one in here somewhere. Oh, I don't know. I think I had it out. Oh, I did. Right in front of me. What an idiot. Look, this is the tits. All I'd done was to hook it up, because on a desktop computer, PC, like they're all 12 volts in it off that PSU in there. So all I'd done was got rid of that wire, because that's just a sensor wire for the variable speed to come from the computer, because it'd be variable speed. Soldered them on, put a little bit of heat shrink on, and I've got oh, still plugged in as well. Oh, still plugged into me power distribution box that I made, but I've got a little switch here for on and off. So I've already got one ready made. I have got some more of these fans somewhere. I had a box of them, but these ones are the tits, although I did break the fin on this one and I had to glue it together a couple of years ago. Where's it gone? I think I glued it together so well. Let me have a look at my actual eyes. Oh, there it is. And it was rather unstable, but then when I glued it together, and now it's alright, it doesn't vibrate, it works really well. These move a lot of air. 12 volt, 0.40 amps, long life bearing apparently. But these are good ones. So my plan is to put 2 of these in, and this will cool my laptop perfectly. Much better than the ones that you can buy. So we'll see what happens with that, I suppose. Somebody did actually say to me, why don't I send Obezaic a Kirby? I've mentioned it to him before, he didn't want an older Kirby. You know, he's more than welcome. Obezaic, if you're watching, you're more than welcome. You can have this Kirby. You can have it, right? All you've got to do is pay for the postage for me to send it to you. You can have it if you want it, you know. But I'm just saying, because I keep getting a lot of messages saying send one to him, but he don't bloody want one. He wants a newer one. I ain't got a newer one. Having said that, there's loads of them. What was it? Might have been a Centria. I can't remember now. For 60 quid. Yeah, it recently sold for 60 quid. Get one of them, dude. If you ever, oh, I suppose I better turn that down as well. If you've got like cuddly toys, like teddies, and they're ever got a bit of dirt on them or something, these ones actually got 6 on last night. So you can tumble dry them and you can wash them. All you've got to do is you've got to be careful, because remember, it's just like washing a pillow, right? If you wash a pillow, you need to dry it thoroughly, because otherwise mould will start growing inside in the padding. Same with cuddly toys. Mould might start to grow inside the padding, in, you know, the inside. So you can wash them on like a hand wash. I actually put these ones, because I had a woolen one as well, I put them on a wool wash, a gentle wool wash, and they come out perfectly well. All of them did. And then I'm putting them on a tumble dryer on a low heat, and that would dry them thoroughly on the inside, and there's no shrinkage. This one's actually a beanie. No shrinkage, nothing is happening. I've been in there for about 40 minutes so far. Everything is absolutely fine. So, you know, you can do that. No need to panic. I mean, you know, a lot of people panicking. Oh no, the teddy's going to be thrown away. How are we going to wash that? I'm going to have to scrub it. A load of rubbish. Put it in the washing machine on a light wash. Put it in the tumble dryer on a low heat. And just keep your eye on it. And it'll be absolutely fine. As long as you keep your eye on it. Just having a chat to the lot on the old group chat. They're a great lot, they are. They're a great lot. Merry Christmas to you all, my friends. Merry Christmas. Hope you'll get what you wanted, my friends. I'm just having another look at me. Still got my little leak. It's still, when it's under hard acceleration, it's still whistling like hell. And you can see the soot coming out around the manifold down there. So it's definitely a leak. So I went to tighten up the old stud, and there it is. Comes straight out. The thread is obviously, well, that is the thread. The threads are on the stud itself. Get out the wind. The threads, if you look in now, you can see that there's the stud, and within the threads in the stud is the aluminium, because we've got an aluminium head. Don't ask why they put aluminium heads, probably save weight or something. So, you know, I could clean the threads out the stud will be alright. But the threads within the head is, well, they're mullered, so I'm going to have to re-thread them out. Re-tap them, sorry. I don't have a tap and die set yet, but we'll have to sort that out after Christmas. I ain't got time to do it now. Today's Christmas Eve. I've got too much other stuff to do. I'm just going to have to... I'm not going to drive this car today. I'll be driving it tomorrow. But I'll just have to take it easy, because what happens is, I think I explained before, if you use it too much with a leak, you'll end up... I'll explain on here. Say there's a leak coming out here. Say there's a leak coming out just out of there. What'll happen is it'll start to erode a little channel. You know, like when water's running. If water's running down like a, I don't know, just like down a river, it'll eventually wash away all the dirt and stones and make the river wider. Well, if gas is coming out of here, exhaust gas is coming out of here, what it will do is it will make a little river, like a little channel. And it will never seal. You'll have a little indent coming out, and you'll never be able to get it to seal again. It'll ruin that. You'll have to do a lot of modifications to it. You'll have to sort of sand it down, you know, so you get rid of that little channel, because for this gasket to seal, it's got to be completely flat, because it's a metal gasket anyway. So I don't really want to be using it too much. I'm just going to have to take it easy, stay in the high gears. You know, because in the higher gears it's not too much pressure coming out of there. It doesn't make too much of a noise, but it makes a really high pitched whistling sound. Usually with a metal gasket, when you get a tick, 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 but it's not doing that, which is strange. But there you go. Anyway, so that's going to be a job for after Christmas, I think. Retapping that thread and putting a new stud in, or I might better clean this stud up and put this stud back in. So we'll see what happens. Well, that's the end of this for today anyway. Right, let's see if I can do a demonstration for you lot that don't know or understand. You can see in there, them little things moving in the thread. Well, you could a minute, there you go. That is the thread from inside the head. So, you know, I'm hoping that you lot can imagine how this is working, what the problem is. So anyway, I'm going to try and remove them with the aid of a wire brush. We'll remove them and you can have a look. That one's already coming off, look, see? That's thread from inside. That's why it don't grip in there, because there's none inside there anymore. So I might even have to get a wider stud, because obviously you can only tap into something using the material that's there, because when you drill and tap a hole, you usually drill it smaller than the bolt that you're going to put in there, because then when you thread it out, when you tap it out, you're going to be putting the bolt into that thread, if that makes sense. The tap removes the excess and leaves the thread. You know how it works, I hope. So I might even have to get myself a bigger stud, a wider one, just for that one, because I don't know if I better tap it out, because there might not be any material left in there to tap into. So we'll see what happens anyway. There we go. If you look at that now, if you look at that thread now, I'm hoping you can. It's not really working, is it? There we go. If you look at that thread now, it's nearly perfect. Might be a little bit blunt at the end there, but the rest of it's perfect. So I've got rid of all the aluminium. This stud's made out of steel, and still stronger than aluminium. There's a little bit left there. Aluminium is weaker, so that's why. Anyway, like I said, job for after Christmas. I ain't got time to do it now. Haven't got any tap. Haven't got a tap and die set anyway. I did have somewhere, but I don't know where it's gone. I think all the taps broke years ago. So that's that. Nice bit of rainwater in now. These are mine. Well, they're not mine. These are the missus' little plants, but she don't look after them. So, and they started to wither. So I thought to myself, oh, well, there's other ones outside that are completely dead. She's far too lazy to look after a plant for a while. She'd do it for a while, and then she gets bored and just it dies. Oops. So I didn't want these ones to die as well. So I'll bring them inside in the garage so the frost won't get them if we get frost. And I've just been watering them, and they're coming back to life. And I know they still look a little bit withered, but they're not. Well, they are, but what I mean is they're alive still. Just don't know what they are, mind you, but so there you go. It's important as well. A lot of people use tap water. Tap water ain't no good for any plant, any grass, any plant. You need to use rainwater because it's got natural stuff in it. You know, acids and whatever else. I can't remember exactly what it is. I did a little bit of agronomy about grass and all that crap, but not too much. So anyway, rainwater's the one, man. Get like a water butt in your garden. That's what I've got. And just collect all the rainwater and use that to water all your house plants and all your grass outside and all that, because it would do much better. So there you go, little tip. Amongst all this mess somewhere, I've got a... Oh, there it is. Somebody wants to buy this vacuum off me. Oh, brilliant, man, I can't wait to sell it. But I've got to go and check my tyre pressures, because I noticed the front one always goes a bit flat. I think it's to do with the rim, because I've had new tyres on there and it still goes flat. Well, it was the back one before, but obviously it's got mixed up when I changed the wheels over. So now it's now the front one. And I must have either a crack in it or problem with sealing it, one or the other. I'm going to go and check my pressures, pump them up as necessary. This is the one. As you can see, it's bulging out a bit more than the other one, which I don't mind, but I'd rather it, I don't really want to start making these all rounded off, you know, wear them out a bit more. I'd rather them be alright. I put 30 psi in them. I know there's 30 psi in there, so we'll see what it is now. Probably not 30 psi. Oh dear. I wonder if that's correct. That can't be right, can it? I can't have 8 psi in it, surely. Oh man, that can't be right. Well, if I'm completely honest, I don't think this gauge is reading right. That doesn't look like 8 psi to me. But I've got a plan. I'm going to put my tyre pump on it, and that's got to read out. If they both read the same reading, obviously it's more than likely going to be right. But if this one reads stupidly low and the other one reads a bit higher, I know that this one is going to be wrong. So let's have a look. Got to start the old mobile up, otherwise, well, I like to have power. Well, that was a nice cold start for the winter. Not that it's cold. Temperature is quite warm. 9 degrees. 9 degrees. Bloody hot. That's why I'm not wearing any jumper. I tell you what, it's bloody good, this pump. It didn't cost me a lot at all. I think it was about £8, something like that. And it comes in a little zippy case. It's pretty good. It's got a digital readout. Don't know how accurate it is, but it's like the old ones as well. It's got a torch on it. Quite a nice long cable. It's pretty good actually. I'm pretty pleased I bought it. The other one I've got ain't that good. And the good thing about it is it don't take that long to pump a tyre up either. Although the pump's reasonably small in it, it don't take that long to do. So put the old winder down, I'll put the old wire through it and we'll get pumping. This is reading 10 psi. That was reading about 8. So we've got 2 psi difference. I'm still surprised that's 10 psi though. Very surprised. There we go, we're reading 30 psi. Alright, 29. If I can get it to go back up. Right. 31, 30.5, 30. As the air's settling inside the tyre, it's going to change a little bit, but we're about 29.5 to 30. Not going to get it perfect anyway. So let's have a look. That's what this one's reading, 29.5. I might let a little bit out. No, I didn't let any out. That's alright, isn't it? Didn't let any out. Nice one. Let's see what this one reads. Oh, 28. 28. So we're a PSI and a half out on this one. The difference, which I'm not too bothered about. You know, tolerance is just fairly cheap. That was cheap, they're not proper good, are they? So, but at least my tyre's gone up better than it was. Oh well, that's another job sorted out. Nice. Also, this glows in the dark. Look at that, glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark. I thought that was pretty cool. But it's a PSI out, or PSI and a half. Ain't the end of the world. I know it's relatively accurate. All I've got to remember when I'm using it, if it reads 30, it's about 28, 29 PSI. That's all I've got to remember. It's completely not the end of the world. Anybody else would probably moan and panic, but I don't care. Stick that in there. I can live in there for a while. Live in there, nice one. Sweet. I'm not going to get to start this today, and I'm not going to get to cut that all that apart like I wanted to do today. So obviously today is Christmas Eve. You'll be seeing this on Boxing Day, but there you go. I said I was going to cut that apart, I haven't. I spent all morning shampooing the carpet in the living room in my house because it's very dirty and some sick got on it. I had to use the George. Now the George is appalling. I'll explain more later on. The George is appalling for cleaning carpets. I was hoping to be able to afford a proper carpet shampoo after I sold my one, but I can't. So I had no choice but to use the George. Spent all morning doing that because it's just stupid to clean carpets with the George. It's ridiculous. So I haven't got to do that. It's getting too late in the day now. Too many other things to do. Go out, etc. But anyway, Merry Christmas everyone. Sweet.